look for the donor-funded scholarships. Okay? It's probably going to be in a different location on yours, but this is what you're going to click, and it's going to take you to what's known as Scholarship Universe. If you've been a student here in the past, it was not Scholarship Universe. It looked slightly different, but now that's where we are. We're using a new platform this year called Scholarship Universe. There it is. You may have received some email from Scholarship Universe. If you didn't, you may check your spam folder. Okay, you're going to have to log in and basically it's going to take you to this. Well, I'm not a student right now, so I don't have anything to offer me, but you'll see something different because you are students here. But that just gives you an idea of where you're going to go and how you're going to find this. I will point this out too. If you know that you're going to
Mhm.
get, or even think that you're going to get a refund based on financial aid or based on scholarships or anything, you want to make sure you have a refund selection set up. That's for student accounts, because if you don't have a selection set up, either open up a bank mobile account or, include your own bank account information, what's going to happen is it's going to end up in a paper check on its way to your house, and it usually takes 2 or more weeks to get there. So if you want your money right away, set up a refund selection. Okay. Gosh, while we're in here, is there anything else we can think about? Is there anything
There's the
else?
Leo Pay
Oh,
option too.
yep. There's Leo Pay right there. As Erica and Miriam were talking about earlier. If you want a job on campus, here's Hire a Lion. It's a great place to look for an on-campus job, right? Your graduation application is in here. Oh my gosh, I could talk about all these things. So I'll stop now.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll stop sharing. All right, but we do have a question. Um, Okay, we had a question. Is there a deadline, right? Okay, so Miriam, is the deadline for submitting the new academic year's FAFSA? And Miriam, you're correct, June 30th. Yes, absolutely. What's our next question? Can the presidential scholarship be rewarded? Anybody want to answer that live?
Like, did you already receive it, or did you like lose it, or you just want it awarded to you? If you just want it awarded to you, normally those are awarded at when you enter the university, so at admissions, because it is an institutional scholarship based off your admission status. So they base it off your transcript, they base it off your application. So you have to meet a certain criteria for that presidential scholarship. Now, if you lost it and you want it back, unfortunately, once you lose that scholarship, you can't get it back. So that's something that, are you an incoming student or already a student here? If you're already a student here, then unfortunately, no. But if you're not, if you're an incoming student, yeah, you're more than welcome to reach the out to the admissions office to verify if they're if you've been awarded. Well, no, they wouldn't know yet, do they? It would be financial aid, huh? That awards it.
Well, right. So actually, it is admissions
Okay, okay,
that
okay.
determines it, right? Because as Miriam said, it's based on your admissions application. So the information that you pull in, that you send in, like your transcripts, high school transcripts,
Mhm,
and all of that stuff, or if you're a transfer student, your
mhm.
college
That's
transcripts.
true too.
So it is admissions. But if you're coming in the summer, that's not an option for
Oh,
students,
that's
right?
true.
Those institutional
For
scholarships are
fall.
not options, right? Those are for our fall start students. So all kinds of good questions. So our next
Definitely.
question, yeah, next, do you know when I will hear back about scholarships? I'm going to assume that maybe this is a student that's applied in the donor funded portal.
Do you have a date on when they'll be of when they'll know?
So the first round closed on the 15th, and that was
Uh-huh.
just Saturday,
Hmm.
right? So the committees have to get together. They have
Okay.
to make the decisions. It's going to take some time. So I wouldn't say anytime soon. I'm not even going to tell you like 2 weeks. I'm going to say it's probably going to take a little bit of time before they determine those. Now, remember that what we found out this morning were there were 188
Hmm.
scholarships that closed on the 15th, but there are still 208 scholarships that are
Still
still
open.
open until the 1st of June. So
Mhm,
you just want to make sure that you're still getting in there and applying for those
mm,
scholarships. I do want to point out that if you are, so when we did the poll in the beginning, it was kind of 50-50 with the FAFSA and the TASFA. So it may be that some students are international students. And if you're an international student, obviously you're not eligible to complete either the FAFSA or the TASFA. However, you can apply for scholarships in the donor funded portal once you're admitted to the university. So you really want to make sure that that's where you are, making an effort and making sure that you are applying for those scholarships. Now, most, if not all, of those scholarships in the portal are considered competitive scholarships. So if you get a scholarship for $1,000 or more for fall and spring semester, you get what's known as a tuition waiver that will allow you to pay in-state tuition versus non-resident tuition. If you get a tuition waiver or if you get the scholarship for fall and spring, that tuition waiver carries into the summer. If you come only in the spring and are offered only a spring scholarship, you do not get that tuition waiver for the summer. So just some things to keep in mind. You want to make sure that that scholarship is $1,000 or more. So if you, let's say you get a $250 scholarship, you want to make sure that you're in there applying for more scholarships to get yourself to that point. So good questions. Next question. I received it already. Oh, I think this is the
mhm.
presidential scholarship one, but I
Okay.
wanted to know if it's possible to have for my sophomore year as well. So, what are the requirements to keep that scholarship? I think is what the student is asking.
Okay, so you do have to complete the 15 credit hours each semester. So meet a total of 30 hours per year. And the GPA, let me, so I don't tell you wrong. Is it a 2.5 or a 3.0?
It's 2.75.
2.75. Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
Because I could not remember. It's in between there. 2.75 GPA at the end of the semester of each semester completed. So that way when they run SAP, they're going to view your eligibility and they're going to verify and make sure that you have completed the requirements for those that presidential scholarship.